Picture this. You're standing in front of a vast cosmic jukebox, packed with every song your heart could ever crave. Wealth, love, freedom, purpose. On the glowing screen are thousands of buttons begging to be pressed. But here's the twist. The jukebox doesn't respond to your fingers, it responds to your frequency. If you're humming a gloomy ballad of doubt, the machine plays that exact track back at you. Shift your inner melody to a feel-good anthem of confidence, and suddenly the speakers explode with miracles. Sounds wild, right? Yet that's exactly how reality works. Your outer world is nothing more than the playlist your inner vibration selects. Now, you might be thinking, hold up, I've chanted affirmations till my throat hurt, scribbled gratitude journals until my wrist cramped, and wallpapered my bedroom with vision boards. Why hasn't the universe delivered? Because all those shiny techniques are like fancy remotes with dead batteries. They look impressive, but without the energy of the right frequency powering them, they do nada. The universe isn't a grumpy cashier waiting for the correct coupon. It's a hypersensitive mirror, reflecting not what you beg for, but what you broadcast. Ask for abundance while secretly broadcasting scarcity, and you'll keep getting the discount store version of your dreams. Think back to childhood when you'd twist the dial on an old-school radio, searching for your favorite song. Between stations, you'd hear static, hiss, crackle, nonsense syllables in some alien tongue. That static is exactly what happens when your conscious desires and your subconscious programs don't line up. Consciously, you're screaming, "Play me the success anthem." Subconsciously, the station is still stuck on "I'm not good enough," and all you hear in the speakers of life is emotional white noise. No wonder it feels like your goals keep slipping through your fingers. So, where does this static come from? Mostly from the dusty attic of your past, beliefs you adopted long before you knew how to question them. Maybe someone told you money was evil, or love was dangerous, or you had to struggle to deserve anything. Those statements sank into your subconscious like seeds in fertile soil and sprouted into invisible vines wrapping around every new opportunity. They tug you back the moment you try to leap forward. You can water those vines with relentless positive thinking, but until you uproot them, they'll keep growing back. Subtly, stubbornly, tirelessly. Let's get brutally honest. Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I'll start that business when I have more savings. I'll go to the gym when I feel motivated," or "I'll be happy once I find a partner"? That's like telling a fireplace, "Give me heat and maybe I'll toss in some wood." Life doesn't barter on those terms. You have to become the person who already owns the success, the health, the love, emotionally, energetically, before the 3D evidence shows up. You must burn with the inner fire first, then the outer flames appear. Waiting for proof before you believe is the spiritual equivalent of pressing your nose against a locked door and complaining it won't swing open. Believe first, walk through after. Think of reality as a massive cosmic supermarket. Every aisle is crammed with parallel versions of you. Millionaire you, healed you, adventurous globetrotter you, each vibrating on its own shelf. Your current frequency is the shopping cart that only rolls down the aisles matching your vibe. If your cart is tuned to scarcity, you stroll through the discount bin of recycled problems. Switch that cart to abundance, and the automatic doors glide open to the gourmet section of life. The products were always there, you just couldn't reach them on your old channel. All right, let's press pause on the metaphors and bring it home. In the next 2 parts of this series, I'm going to hand you the toolkit for retuning your inner radio, practical ways to surface those hidden subconscious tracks, rewrite the ones that don't serve you, and elevate your energetic set point so high that your desires have no choice but to meet you there. But for now, I want you to do one thing, just one. Close your eyes tonight before bed and feel, not think, but genuinely feel the version of you who already lives the reality you crave. How does the air taste? What colors pop brighter? Notice that subtle tingling in your chest. That's your frequency shifting. Let it swell. Bookmark that feeling, because tomorrow we're going to turn that brief glimpse into your default setting. Rewire the subconscious control room. Imagine strolling into an old cinema where the projection booth is hidden behind thick glass. On the screen, you see your life, half-finished dreams, familiar arguments, the same plot twists repeating like reruns. You pound on the glass and shout new lines. "I'm rich, I'm healed." But the projectionist inside can't hear you. Why? Because he's busy splicing together reels written decades ago. Reels titled, "I'm not enough," "Money is hard," "Love hurts." That projectionist is your subconscious mind. Until you swap the reels, the movie won't change, no matter how loudly you improvise from the seats. So how do we get past the glass? Not with brute force or guilt trips. That only makes the projectionist cling tighter to his film cans. We sneak in with the master key called state-dependent learning. Your subconscious absorbs scripts most easily when you're relaxed, dreamy, slightly between worlds. Think of that floaty zone right before you fall asleep or just after you wake. In that twilight, the glass melts away and fresh film can slide straight onto the reel. Tonight, as your head sinks into the pillow, play director. Close your eyes and paint one vivid 5-second clip of the reality you crave. Feel the crisp bills between your fingers, the lover's arm around your waist, the clean bill of health in your hand. Whatever sings to you. Don't watch it like a movie, step into it. Hear the ambient sounds, breathe the scents, taste the emotions. Keep it short and sweet, because your subconscious loves trailers, not dissertations. Repeat that mini scene until you drift off. Congratulations! You just posted new footage to the projectionist's inbox. But my old reels feel nailed in place, you might say. That's where emotional alchemy comes in. Emotions are chemical highlighters that tell the subconscious, save this scene, it's important. If you're replaying memories drenched in shame or fear, they stay pinned front and center. To fade them out, you must drain their emotional ink. Next time a painful memory pops up, dad yelling about money, classmates snickering at your dream, pause the playback and whisper, "Thank you." Not sarcastically, but sincerely. Thank the scene for teaching you what you no longer need. Gratitude flips the frequency from resistance to acceptance, and acceptance dissolves the highlight. The footage loses color, sound, power. It becomes just another dusty reel the projectionist can safely shelve. Now let's add fresh emotional ink to the new scenes. You need more than lukewarm optimism. You need visceral electricity. Think of excitement as rocket fuel for affirmations. Just reciting "I am abundant" flops if your gut still knots with scarcity. Instead, sprint down the hallway, blast your favorite anthem, dance like your tax auditor isn't watching. Anything that spikes your heart rate and grins. Then, in that buzz, shout, "I am abundant." Suddenly, the words aren't cardboard. They're fireworks stamped onto the subconscious film stock. Of course, every blockbuster needs a killer soundtrack, and that's your self-talk. Most people's internal playlists resemble a malfunctioning smoke alarm. Nag, nag, nag. Start replacing those screeches with soothing bass lines. The trick? Catch yourself mid-insult and switch the channel. If the inner critic growls, "You idiot, you messed up again," pause and reply, "Actually, I'm learning faster than ever." It'll feel fake at first, like covering graffiti with fresh paint that's still wet. Keep layering. Within days, the old words bleed through less. Within weeks, they vanish. Let's tackle a big one: worthiness. Picture a universal nightclub with a bouncer called Worthiness at the velvet rope. If you stroll up, slouched, eyes on your shoes, mumbling, "I'm maybe kinda allowed," the bouncer stamps "denied" on your forehead. Same you, same outfit, different posture, different energy. Chin high, heart open, vibe proclaiming "I belong," and Worthiness waves you in. The cosmic club didn't change its policy, you changed your posture. That's the subtle swagger you cultivate by doing small acts of self-honor daily. Finish the workout you promised. Keep the bedtime you set. Say no when you mean no. Each micro win is a new VIP stamp on your energetic passport. Still skeptical? Run the coffee shop experiment. Tomorrow, order your drink and silently radiate genuine goodwill at the barista. Picture golden light flowing from your chest to theirs. Don't force a cheesy grin, just vibe appreciation. 9 times out of 10, you'll notice they smile wider, maybe upgrade your size, or scribble a happy face on the cup. That's your frequency influencing reality in real time. If it works with lattes, why not with job offers, soulmates, and miracle checks? Locking in your new frequency. Here we are, final stretch. The projectionist has the fresh reels. The cosmic jukebox volume is cranked. Now we need to make sure the station stays locked, even when life tries to drag the dial back to static. Think of it like tuning a guitar. You don't pluck one perfect note and call it done. You keep tightening the strings until holding pitch becomes effortless. Let's tighten. First string, morning ignition. The moment your eyelids flutter open, your brain is swimming in theta waves, prime subconscious download time. Instead of doom scrolling, let your first conscious act be a state snap. Before your feet touch the floor, whisper, "I choose my frequency." Then breathe in for a slow count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Visualize the breath as liquid gold fill in your body, pushing out the rust of yesterday. Feel that warm buzz spread from your chest to your fingertips. 30 seconds, that's it. You've just anchored the day in sovereignty instead of autopilot. Second string, quantum microshifts. Big breakthroughs actually ride on tiny hinges. Every hour, set a gentle phone chime. Make it a pleasant one, maybe wine chimes or ocean waves. When it rings, pause whatever you're doing and run a 3-second check-in. What station am I on right now? If it's worry FM or resentment AM, pivot. Stand up, roll your shoulders back, grin like you just got the best news of your life, even if you didn't. That physical jolt bypasses logic and injects joy chemicals straight into your bloodstream. A dozen mini shifts sprinkled through the day stabilize a high baseline faster than one epic meditation you never find time for. Third string, purposeful presence. Imagine you're a lighthouse, not a searchlight. A searchlight thrashes around, chasing external targets. A lighthouse stands still, radiating steady beams that guide everything toward it. Pick one mundane activity, washing dishes, walking the dog, sipping tea, and turn it into a presence ritual. Feel the plate's slick surface. Note the swirl of soap bubbles. Smell the citrus of the detergent. No future, no past, just that sensory snapshot. Presence is high-octane fuel for vibration because it yanks you out of regret and worry, the twin leeches of frequency. Fourth string, story editing. You are the author and the protagonist, which means you can retroactively tweak earlier chapters. Each night, rewind the day like film through your fingers. Stop at any frame that felt off. Maybe you snapped at a coworker or doubted yourself during a meeting. Imagine erasing the frame's colors and repainting them. See yourself speaking calmly. See your idea landing perfectly. This isn't denial, it's energetic editing. The subconscious doesn't care whether an event is past or present. It files whatever you visualize as data. Give it the data you prefer and watch how tomorrow's scenes start to match the new edits. Fifth string, environment sculpting. Even master violinists can't make sublime music on a soggy stage. Clear 3 energy drains from your physical space this week. Maybe it's the stack of unopened bills on your desk, the squeaky door you keep ignoring, or the phone number still saved under an ex's pet name. Every unresolved thing hums a low, anxious frequency that drags you off key. Handle them swiftly. Pay 2 bills, oil the hinge, rename the contact. Each small closure is a silent note of self-respect, and self-respect is magnetic. Sixth string, echo chamber upgrade. Frequencies mingle like perfume. Spend hours with chronic complainers and your vibe wilts, even if you swear you're immune. Start swapping just 15 minutes a day of that doom conversation for inspiration. Audiobooks, uplifting podcasts, or a quick call with the friend who dreams bigger than you. You'll feel it, a crackling spark behind the sternum, the sense that possibilities just expanded a notch. That's resonance in action. Seventh string, final one, generous circulation. Energy must flow to stay alive. Picture money, love, or creativity as rivers, not ponds. Ponds stagnate, rivers sparkle. Give something away daily, a compliment that costs nothing, a tip that stretches your comfort, a chunk of your talent volunteered where it matters. The instant you circulate value, you step into the identity of someone who has value to spare. The universe reads that as, abundance channel open, send more supply. Now, I'd be lying if I said clouds never roll across a tuned sky. They do. Storms test your rigging. When they hit, remember the 90-second rule, discovered by neuroscientist Jill Bolt Taylor. An emotion's chemical surge lasts about a minute and a half unless your mind re-triggers it with a story. When anger, fear, or despair strikes, set an invisible stopwatch. Breathe. Feel the surge peak, ebb, dissolve. Let the story float by like driftwood. On the far side of 90 seconds, choose again. That's self-mastery in under 2 minutes. Let's zoom out. 3 weeks from today, if you practice these strings daily, you'll notice odd synchronicities, strangers mirroring the very words in your new inner dialogue, emails arriving at uncanny perfect timing, ideas popping into your head that solve problems you've wrestled with for months. Those are not coincidences. They're feedback from the field confirming your broadcast strength. 3 months from now, friends will ask, "You're different. What happened?" Smile and think of the jukebox, the projectionist, the lighthouse. You tuned, rewired, stood tall, and the universe simply kept its part of the deal. Like attracts like, always. Your life screen now glows with scenes that once felt like sci-fi, yet here they are, playing in real time. And 3 years from now? Well, that future self is already waving back at you from across the timeline, shouting, "It was worth every micro-shift. Keep going." Because evolution never ends. The frequencies just get finer, the music richer, the story more epic. So, Maestro, take a bow. But before you leave, seal the journey. Type 777 one last time and feel the digits pulse under your fingertips. That's your signature on a cosmic contract stating, "I live by vibration first, circumstance second." Hit enter, exhale, and listen closely. Hear it? That's the universe queuing up your new anthem, ready to play on infinite repeat.